And we're live.
That way.
Haha, we're live.
There we go. Oh, one more.
Just kidding.
I'm a tall motherfucker. Y'all should see me in my 6-inch platforms.
We call them the God boots.
Huh? Because they look great, but they're uncomfortable as fuck. Jeff's seen them though.
I call them his kiss boots.
Yep, they're the kiss boots. There we go. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Since this is going to be my last set for a few weeks, when I come back in late July, I'll break out the kiss boots. How about it? All right. So I'll do one more original, and then I got a couple of encore or a couple of covers, one by request. Now, who was it? Was it River George who earlier said that this is kind of like group therapy for everybody? Is that River
Yeah,
George?
I think so.
All right. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to talk about my family.
As often we do here.
Needless to say, this poem's going to get a little nasty.
Oh.
And, honey, on the drive home, you can see if you can guess which members of the family I'm talking about.
Oh, I probably know.
Millie's madam. Millie's not impressed either. But this is old shit.
Old shit.
It's called Fragments of Easter. She's got her arm around contestant number 3. He'll probably end up disappearing like the other 2. One of her offspring walks in, a young, petite Bible thumper looking more flamboyant than Lady Gaga on LSD. I suppose I could have freaked her out and asked where she knew to get a pair of those leopard print heels she was wearing in a size 12. Used to be like that old Cheers song, you know, where they knew your name and they were always glad you came. And now I'm only half known and about as glad to be there as a piece of furniture. Her kids are dressed up like department store dummies, and you wonder why they cry in public and scream late at night. She'll raise her kids to be beauty queens and corporate kings. And I'll raise my kids to burn her kids at the stake. I can stop if I wanted to. Another phony tough with a camo ball cap and a white t-shirt reading, "This ain't your daddy's beau." How tough can you be when you're hunting an animal whose main defense is running the other way? I'd like to see him tango with some real animals. The kind that would eat him alive if he missed that first shot.
Yeah.
Just another phony tough with his arm around his girlfriend. She had that pale, glazed glance, looking like her brains fell out somewhere between her maxed out platinum credit cards. And a half-bearded hipster in a pink button-up shirt and stylish sandals 10 feet away. At one time, back when the world was right, that distance used to be a lot closer. I can't eat. It's too goddamn crowded with all this half-known blood noise around. The noise I used to welcome. I saw Salvation walking in wearing a black long-sleeve t-shirt. The only intelligent conversation in this packed madhouse. Later that night, when it was all said and done, I found myself in the sports dive just down the street. With a couple of old friends, losing track of the amount of beers, cocktails, and cheap wine I was pouring down my throat. Tom Waits and Hank Williams on the juke, and old stories being slurred out. I felt human again. Woke up, one eye half closed, with my head softly pounding a boozy, jazzy rhythm. I had read that success smelled like cock and vodka. If that's the case, then I'll never smell like success. I woke up smelling like I usually did after those crazy nights. Like cigarettes, cheap hooch, and permanent loneliness. One of the poetic geezers I knew told me to go back to bed. I told him to go fuck himself and think of me while he did it. Speaking to the best friend I have in this dirty writing gig, I promised him a new batch of work after I shook off the bitterness and jealousy that comes after the nights are over. I sat on the john, shitting out the remains of last night's bacchanalia, reading a volume of Bukowski while I did it. So yeah, even though that's old shit, my family still sucks.
Oh, they continue to suck.
Some things never change, and I still hate holidays.
So we just don't go.
We don't go.
We're
so
like,
I'm gonna do a couple of covers. The first one is by a fellow Hoosier poet, Stephen Mills. Has anybody here been coming here like a really long time? Anybody? If you have, you might have seen him. He actually came, he had a new book out, and I told him he had a lot of fans here in Indianapolis, so he actually, he was our
came to
feature for the
Iconoclast.
open mic as part of the tour. Everybody really loved him and had a great time. But, this is one of his. This is called Self-Portrait as a Glass Thrown Against a Wall. Like glitter when it hits, when it sticks, when it sprinkles on the ground. Shards and splinters, fragments of a body moving through a crowd. A dramatic fuck you. A privilege you don't get to have, for you are not a white lady on a TV show. And then a bathroom mirror. An image you don't always like. An image you question. How can you be this stupid? And then there's the shattered glass you left behind. Full of gin and tonic. Was it? Or was it whiskey and coke? Not anymore. Now 1,000,000 pieces. But of course, that's an exaggeration. There can't really be 1,000,000, can there? Like I said, that was by Stephen Mills. Look up his work. Good shit.
You didn't even do the one you usually do of his.
No, I didn't. There's a poem of his that I often do. I might do that one when I get back from the wilderness. I don't. We got a lot of new people and they haven't heard it yet. So
true.
I'm gonna do one more. I'll do one more and then I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
For now.
This one, yeah, for now. Trust me, I never shut the fuck up. But this one was a special one by request. Since I'm gonna be gone for a while, Jeff requested that I do at least one by the great American poet James Douglas Morrison. It's called Peace Frog. There's blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. There's blood in the streets, it's up to my knees. Blood in the street in the town of Chicago. Blood on the rise, it's following me. Just about the break of day, she came in and she drove away, sunlight in her hair. Blood on the streets runs a river of sadness. Blood on the streets, it's up to my thighs. River runs down the leg of the city. The women are crying, red rivers of weeping. She came in town and then she drove away, sunlight in her hair. Indians scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Ghosts crowd the fragile young child's eggshell mind. Blood in the streets in the town of New Haven. Blood stains the roof and the palm trees of Venice. Blood in my love in the terrible summer. Bloody red sun of fantastic LA. Blood screams her brain as they chop off her fingers. Blood will be born in the birth of a nation. Blood is the rose of mysterious union. There's blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. Blood in the streets, it's up to my knees. Blood in the street, the town of Chicago. Blood on the rise, it's following me. Thank you very much. I've been Cher Guevara. I'll see you when I get back from the wilderness, motherfuckers.